I took an interest in steam railways from an early age, and this developed from watching at the line side to photography and finally to 8mm cine, which enabled myself to capture sights of steam engines in action for my personal enjoyment, reliving my memories of steam in the final years, as these have now become an insight into steam around East Lancashire, which have long since gone, and the railways are only a shadow of their former self. I felt it would be a pity not to share these memories with other steam enthusiasts. With this in mind, we have transferred a selection of steam in and around Colne, Rosegrove, Rishton, Copy Pit and the Todmorden areas to Padiham Loop for your enjoyment. Colne station today, just a branch line end of the line looking towards Skipton, the route into Colne from Nelson over the viaduct. This compares to a thriving Victorian station, goods yard and coach sidings. Colne Yard from Barrowford Road Bridge today. The circle showing the site of the station, and now turning back the clock, 3 engines are at work in the yard at the north end of the station during the final months of steam. The main steam workings in East Lancashire were coal trains from Healy Mills via Rosegrove Yard to the power stations at Padiham, Huncote, Whitebirk and Bernays, Burnley Colliery to Wyandotte, Lees and Bradford to Blackpool excursions, the evening Colne to Preston parcels, also steam in Colne Yard, on Rosegrove multi-power depot and other places of interest. Class 5, 45110 prepares vehicles for the afternoon parcels, while 2 Class 8Fs prepare for the closure of the goods yard. The Class 5 is seen passing Colne North Box. To the left of the track, looking towards Skipton, the sidings have already been lifted. 45110 now backs into Colne on the Barrowford Road Bridge with an assortment of parcels vans. A view of 45110 with Colne Goods Shed in the background. Just coming into your picture is Colne North Box. Now reverses under Barrowford Road Bridge with the empty parcel stock, ready for the afternoon parcels for Stockport. Rosegrove Yard was always busy on Saturday morning. An 8F arriving in the East Yard with coal empties. Class 8 48727 running light after arriving with coal empties. Class 8 48440 approaching Rose Grove. Now passing Rose Grove West Box. Class 8 440 running light through Rose Grove. Standard Class 4 75027 with a ballast train from Rillstone Quarries near Grassington entering Rose Grove. Seven 75027 leaving Rose Grove. The coaling tower at Rose Grove Motive Power Depot was a prominent feature in the local skyline. An 8F climbing from Burnley Central to Burnley Barracks up the 1 in 100 gradient. Class 5 leaving Colne with the evening parcels. Note the fresh earth where the carriage sidings had recently been removed. Class 5 pulls away from Hilldrop after a signal check. Chaffers sidings can be seen on the right. MT 45110 with the evening parcels on the gradient out of Burnley Central. The houses on the far side of the line were soon to be demolished, allowing filming from the east side of the track. Five MT on Colne Viaduct with the evening parcels. The same name, now passing under Wackesell Road Bridge. Five MT 460 passes the former amenities block at Colne on the evening parcels. Five MT 45388 prepares vehicles for the evening parcels. The former goods depot is visible in the background. Class 5MT 45388 pulls away from Colne under a farm bridge with the 7 o'clock parcels. The 5MT 45388 leaves Nelson and accelerates away towards the prairie. The red signal on the left is glowing in the evening light as 5MT 45388 climbs towards Burnley Barracks with the evening parcels. The old barracks are visible to the right of the picture. Double-headed 5MTs approaching Colne from Skipton with a railway enthusiast special. The Jubilee 460 Alberta climbs past Cliviger with a return Blackpool-Bradford excursion. Jubilee 45739 Ulster working hard towards Home Tunnel with the Blackpool Castleford. Class 5 460 leaving Cockpit Summit with coal empties for Healy Mills. Jubilee Victoria on a rainy day approaching Cockpit Summit with the Bradford Blackpool. To the left of the track, the down passing loop was still intact. Flight 5 45290 climbs towards Cockpit Summit with an excursion for Blackpool. B1 61013 Torpy with a Blackpool special. The engine's nameplates have already been removed. MT 460 with a Bradford Blackpool on the climb from Portsmouth to Coppypit. A Big 8 on a colt crossing Portsmouth Viaduct. Another Class 8 is banking. The bankers work from Todmorden to the summit at Coppypit. WD 280 approaching Coppypit Summit on a winter's day with a coal train from Healy Mills. Class 8F banks the train away towards Copy Pit Summit. An 8F on a coal train on the climb between Portsmouth and Copy Pit Summit. A Big 8 emerges from Walkden Tunnel with a coal on the climb from Tomberdin to Summit on the Rochdale line. WD 280 leaving Walkden Tunnel with a coal from Healy Mills. Jubilee 45694 Bella Orphan climbing away from Portsmouth with the Castleford Blackpool. Occasionally these trains were banked, the banker here being a Black 5. Class 8 280 with the freight approaching Home Tunnel. Diesels were already replacing steam on the coal trains from Healy Mills by this time. Second 8F is banking. On a sunlit evening, 5MT 45290 climbing past Cliviger with a return excursion from Blackpool. Four 5694 Bella Orphan passing Cliviger with a return Blackpool Bradford. Jubilee 45565 Victoria working hard away from Portsmouth for the Leeds Blackpool. An 8F 280 pulling out of the West Yard at Rhodes Grove. Rhodes Grove's diesel Hunter can be seen in the background. Class 8 leaving Rhodes Grove for Hapton. Huncoat's power station's chimney became seen on the skyline. 280 Big 8 crossing the Leeds-Liverpool Canal with a call out of Rose Grove. A Class 5 starts call empties off a loop in the yard. MT 44791 passing Gano Junction. The left line to Colne, the right for Todmorden over Copy Pit. HF 48666 pulling through Gano Junction with the Burnley Wire call. The wagons used on these trains had double doors. 5MT 45388 on banking duties. Class 8F leaving Padiham with call empties for Ely Mills. One of our favourite spots, the West Holding Yard for call from Healy Mills. An 8F starting a call train out of the yard. Big 8280 with a heavy load of coal pulls steadily out of the yard. Observe the different vehicles seen across the yard. Class 8F approaching the top of Padiham Loop with coal empties. Now crossing the Leeds-Liverpool Canal. This area is now covered with shrubs and trees. Class 5 MT 460 assembles parcels vans in Colne Yard ready for the evening parcels. Class 5 MT 460 leaving Colne with evening parcels, passing through the site of the former carriage sheds. Five MT 460 45055 heading towards Rose Grove with coal empties. Class 5 leaves Wrigglesworth with the evening parcels. Mid-June at Rishton, Class 5 with the 7 o'clock parcels. On Wrigglesworth Shed, the roster board being a source of information to find out the times of steam hold workings. Friends of ours once cleaned side Jayoro at Aberdeen Shed, bending the roster board to read 60530, marking the Class 5 MT on the turn, requiring attention to middle big end. There were 663 Class 8s built and 842 Class 5s. 8F passing Burnley Manchester Road with coal empties for Healy Mills. A Big 8 passing Wrigglesworth Goods Depot. A Big 8 setting off from the yard with a westbound coal. An 8F returning with a van near the top of the Padiham Loop. Class 5 passing Whitebird with coal empties. Frosty morning at Wrigglesworth Yard. An 8F climbs towards the top of the Padiham Loop with coal empties. As the train passes under the bridge, the wagons fill with steam. An 8F arriving at Wrigglesworth with coal empties. An 8F running light to the west of Wrigglesworth. 8F approaching Rosegrove West Junction with coal empties from Padiham. An 8F 48666 arrives in the East Yard with coal empties for Healy Mills. In between trains, a visit to the shed was interesting, as on Saturday morning there was plenty of activity to film. Class 8 48400. Five MT 460 backs off shed. An 8F. An 8F climbing towards Burnley Barracks with the Burnley Colliery wire dot coal. Class 5 is performing banking duties. An 8F on coal empties near the top of the Padiham loop. 5MT in the yard. Eight leaving the west yard with coal empties. The engines often slip violently as they attempted to start the heavy coal trains, especially on damp days. Class 8 leaving Rose Grove. Class 5 leaving Colne with the evening parcels. Good view of the area occupied by the carriage sheds is noted by the fresh earth. An 8F pulling off the Padiham loop with coal empties. In the background, the area is underwater. An 8F moves out of the west yard, light engine. Five empty at Colne with the evening parcels. The goods depot can be clearly seen in the right of the picture. A 5MT leaving Nelson and passing the Prairie. An 8F leaving Townley Tunnel with coal empties. Favourite shot. An 8F working hard past Liverpool with coal empties for Healy Mills. Pendle Hill can be seen in the background. Observe the engine is fitted with a snow plough. Class 8F emerging from home tunnel. Note the height of the signal to the left of the train. The train now climbs towards Copy Pit summit. Summit signal box is just visible through the bridge. An 8F280 holds the Burnley Viaduct coal away from Burnley Barracks towards Ganna Junction summit. An 8F on a coal passing through Hapton Station. An 8F with a coal train pulling away from Rishton Station. Class 8 climbing the Padiham Loop with coal empties for Healy Mills. An 8F280 leaving Rosegrove West Junction with a westbound coal. A fireless loco at Uncote Power Station. These engines were filled with steam from the power station. Class 5 on a Saturday afternoon parcels approaching Ganna Junction. MT 460 leaving Rosegrove with the parcels for Stockport. MT 460 approaching Suff Tunnel on the climb from Blackburn to Bolton with the Colne Manchester parcels. An 8F280 with a Burnley wire dock on the bank from Burnley Central to Burnley Barracks. On the mill tower in the background is the clock from which the mill derived its name of Clock Mill. A final glimpse of steam in the goods yard end at Colne. To the far right of the picture is the Midland platform to Skipton. An 8F passing under Cavalry Bridge and away from Burnley Barracks with the Burnley Viaduct coal. An 8F leaving Rose Grove with a coal for Viaduct towards Hapton. Five empty on a parcels leaving Oswaldtwistle. Eight Fs starting out of the yard. All the shots in this film were taken on a Sanyo 8cm camera using standard 8mm film from Kodak, Agfa and Ilford.